Hey there, students. This is Mrs. Castanelli, and this is a quick review video of what we covered in class. So remember to access the library pages. We go here to academics, and library resources will take you to all the different ways to find books or ebooks or research in the library. We clicked on research page, and then we came to the library page. And the database that we used was called Opposing Viewpoints. When you're here at school, you don't need to use a username and password, but if you were at home and you're doing this same assignment, you would click on usernames and passwords and find the username and password for Opposing Viewpoints for you to do at home. So, what we did is we went to browse 470 issues and we picked a topic related to economic or political or social injustices. And so the one that I use as one example was racial profiling. So when I click on the link, remember this article that is here under Read More is not the article you're going to use for your assignment, but it would be a good place to fact check your article against this article to see if the information they have is accurate. What we did in class instead is we went down here to whether either choosing a newspaper article or a magazine article about racial profiling. Once you click on the link for either the magazines in the news, you can start looking through the results. I still have 80 magazines to look for. So, a couple of the things that we talked about was how you can filter by date, you can filter by a specific title, in this case, a magazine. You could filter by a specific subject, or you could even do a search within, like look through these 79 magazine articles and find police, the word police, in addition to racial profiling, and then it will filter your results down. One of the other things that we also said is that when you select an article, don't forget you have the features like the text to speech, where you can have the computer read you the article to you, and it will say it out loud.
The moments that led to his killing by a police officer. His mom was on.
You can also have the font be bigger or smaller to make it easier to read. And also, these articles can be translated into any language. But mainly is that if you do find an article, please make sure that it is from a magazine or a newspaper source. It has been published in the last year or so. And it's something that you can fact check. Like we can look up who this author is, or we can look at the perspective of this magazine article. Once you've decided on a magazine article, you're definitely going to want to save it to Google Drive. You're going to allow the company Gale to connect with your Google Drive. And then what will happen from there is that when you go to your drive and you look in Google Drive, what that company just recently did is it made a folder in your drive called Opposing Viewpoints, and your article will be in here. So that's one way to just get it out of Drive so now you can finish the rest of the assignment. So that's kind of the quick and recap of what we did in class. Obviously, you're going to have to like read the article carefully and in the first part do a summary of it. We also looked at the media bias chart as a way to get some perspective on where does our source, like in this case the source is America, the magazine America, how you could search America and find out where it falls on the medium bias chart. Also, you might want to do some fact checking within the article, like look up the author, or if it talks about a specific time period or a specific event, you could Google that and see if this article feels authentic, or maybe even compare it to that opening background article. All right, that's Miss Castanelli. Email me if you have any trouble finding an article or if you're not sure how to evaluate it. I'd be happy to help you.